Welcome to Spirit Shorts, episode number 105. Today's message is from my teacher, Clarissa, who shares, "What is happiness?" A simple question, but not so simple an answer. If you're looking anywhere outside your awareness, you're looking in the wrong place. Happiness only exists only within one's vibration. And thanks, Clarissa. When I reviewed Clarissa's message, I recalled how many times I've been asked for me to, my people have asked me to define spiritual, define spiritually, define spirituality. And the very best I've ever been able to come up with is to steal what the Dalai Lama said. And the Dalai Lama said the purpose of our life and our lives is to be happy. I can't think of any better person to steal from, any better way to explain spirituality, spiritually living our lives. I like what the Dalai Lama says because he is one of the most congruent persons in the world I know who lives his life according to his values. As a spiritualist minister and a spiritualist, I define being spiritual only slightly differently in that I would say it's being happy in our pursuit and learning the giving and receiving of love. Of course, so many people have very whacked and distorted opinions of exactly what love is that the Dalai Lama chooses to say compassion. The Dalai Lama he says harmony. And I'm completely aligned with that because you have to be able to sort out your unconscious thinking about certain topics and replace it or have it exist with consciously understood words and communication. As a spiritualist, I realize that the main reason we come here is to give and receive love. We reincarnate life after life after life once we become human beings in the pursuit of understanding the giving and receiving of love, mastering that lesson, mastering what it is we came here to learn. Most times we forget that. However, that is the simple case. And as my spiritual awareness has improved and my understanding has deepened, I see the folly in looking outside oneself for anything that we want, whether it's happiness, whether it's contentment, whether it's satisfaction, whether it's fulfillment. Even most of our physical needs are exacerbated or amped up or overstated when we're not connected spiritually within. And our unhappiness, our discontent, our dissatisfaction was learned as we began to grow up. Life is not fair. Life is not fun. Life ends up being quite a challenge for young people. And as we grow up, we start looking for things outside of ourselves to make us happy. We start looking for our parents to keep the promises that they broke. We start looking for pathways and ways to get out of our unhappiness, which all seem to be constrained by the rules or the lack of rules or how our parents love or don't love us. Nonetheless, over time when we're growing up, it seems our happiness diminishes. Our experience of being fulfilled and satisfied diminishes. And this process of diminishing satisfaction from within has us continue to look from without. Not to forget, we go through hormones and we start to have objects of desire. We have our animalistic nature always is looking outside for happiness. At some point, hopefully, we begin to realize that as we gain the things we want that we feel will bring us happiness, that there's still an emptiness inside of ourselves. There is still, let me say that again. As we begin to acquire what it is we think we want, we realize that there is still an emptiness within. There is still this longing, this yearning, this desire for something else within. It's this emptiness that is the first dawning of awareness many of us have that something else besides what exists outside of ourselves is the key to happiness. And it's only through the practice of an awareness discipline, meditation, contemplation, mindfully going through life, that we have an opportunity to redefine happiness, redefine fulfillment, redefine satisfaction in a context of what lies within rather than what lies without. It's this that Clarissa alluded to in her message today. What is happiness? Happiness exists only within one's vibration. And within our awareness, within our consciousness, within this body we have, exists everything that we need to live a happy, fulfilled, and satisfied life. We just can't see it. It's the pursuit of external happiness, external pleasure, external goals that is the distraction. Allowing ourselves to truly connect to that which lies within simply begins with a thought. That thought is, what is happiness? As you pursue that reasoning, that logic, that pathway, and you do so from a spiritual context, as a spiritually enlightened being, as a person who is interested in spirituality, we realize that the answer is very simple. And that answer lies within. And that answer is what separates you from other human beings and other life on this planet. It's such a profound concept that it seems as though it's a parable. Look around at the people in your life, your friends, your family, your loved ones who have attained great levels of success, great levels of money. They have happy relationships, but their life isn't exactly what they're looking for. It's in that examination of other people's example that we have an opportunity to see something else as possible. And that which is possible simply lies within. What is your exact definition of happiness? I don't know. What does happiness look like for you? I don't know. However, you do. Trust it. And as you begin to touch into these experiences of happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, and you redefine your spirituality to see that there's nothing outside of you that you need. There's nothing outside of you that can defile you. There's nothing that's outside of you that will complete you. Your spiritual light begins to shine, and that light, as it shines for you, allows you to connect and be an example for others, which in my opinion has you become very attractive, has you become very spiritual. And it's your light illuminating your way, which will help mankind become a better place. Well, that's Spirit Shorts for today. You can find us at www.spiritshorts.com. I'm Reverend Terry Hall, a psychic medium, spiritual speaker, and spiritual coach in the San Diego area. I am also a spiritualist minister at the Chapel of Awareness in Encinitas. The chapel is the oldest continuously operational psychic and spiritual development school in the state of California. We've been teaching, training, and developing psychics, mediums, and healers since 1972. We are an independent spiritualist church, which means we study the teachings of all the great masters, not just those from the Bible and Jesus. You have available at the chapel are spiritual and psychic readings, spiritual healing, and spiritual counseling. If you haven't done so already, you may want to join my birthday club. If you join my birthday club each year for your birthday, I will give you a 15-minute reading as my gift to you and a look ahead at your new year. Again, I'm Reverend Terry Hall, wishing you my highest blessings and a wonderful experience of being happy and going within to find that happiness. Make today a great day.